All right. Good morning, you guys. Hey, man, I'm back. I had to step away for a couple of days, man. I was in my mind again. I was in my own head, which I spend a lot of time there. In fact, I spend all my time there in my head. But sometimes the time I spend in my head's a little bit more intense than others. And so the last couple of days have been just mental battles, man. I'm just fucking over that shit. But anyways, let's push forward, man. I'm gonna check out some current events, see what's going on with you guys. Um, yeah. So I fucked up and drank last night. First time in 6 months, you guys. So there's that. Yeah, man. I fucking drank some alcohol. I drank some Michelob Ultras last night. Not even real fucking beer. Shit beer. Real alcohol. There's alcohol in it, right? But it's just Michelob Ultra is not like. It's like I don't know. It's like what? There's like no fat, like two carbs. It's like drinking water, watered down alcohol. But I did, man, and I didn't wake up wanting to fucking kill myself, bro. I woke up kind of feeling a little relieved. Started to make me think a little bit this morning, and I was thinking, man, staying sober is fucking. It's stressful, and it's constantly on your mind. And now this morning I woke up like, oh, that's one thing I don't got to worry about today is trying to stay sober. It's not that I'm not. It's not that I'm going to drink today. It's not that. It's just that now I don't have 6 months on the back burner just sitting there teasing me. You know, I got through that shit last night. So, anyways, I didn't get hungover or nothing. I only had a couple of beers, and they don't really affect you that much. As Michelob Ultra, as we all alcoholics know, it's not. It's not like I downed a bottle of whiskey last night. Let's just put it that way. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I want to check out some current events just last couple of days, see what we got into this week that we didn't get to speak about because my mental battles. Man, dude, let me tell you something, bro. God, in my adult life, dude, it seems like the mental battles don't get easier. They get worse. They get a lot fucking harder. And it's like when I was I said not even when I was a young adult, just a couple of years ago, just a few years ago, man, I could go through all kinds of bullshit, dude. All kinds of shit. Mental bullshit, physical bullshit, emotional bullshit, and I could fucking get up and PT the next day with my boys, bro. What the fuck happened to me, man? What happened to us, man? Now we're a bunch of emotional bitches. Like, what the fuck happened, bro? I kind of got upset the other day. I'm not gonna lie. I watched. I'm sorry, guys. First, follow, like, subscribe, Treeline Podcast. I was watching the Tucker Carlson interview with Andrew Tate, man, and this motherfucker, dude. I ain't got nothing against him, man. I, he kind of comes off as like an arrogant modern day pharaoh. Like this dude is just. I mean, I'm sure he started with nothing, from rags to riches, man. I know. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's his story that he's sticking to. I'm sure he didn't come from money. I'm not saying he did. I'm just saying that at least what he presents now is just kind of an arrogant asshole that that is just sitting on a pile of money and not even with the court case he's involved in, not even with that involved. It's just that he just comes off like this modern day fucking pharaoh, dude, that like gets away with, except for obviously he's going to court and I don't know if he's going to beat those charges. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. Maybe he ends up in prison. I don't know. All I'm saying is just the persona he presents is just kind of this arrogant Pharaoh. That's the idea I get. Pharaoh, I mean, he's a tall, good-looking dude. He brings in women from all over the world. They all want to be with him. You know what I mean? He's obviously very charismatic. He has a lot of character. He's a huge personality. He has a lot to offer financially and all that shit. I'm sure, right? But that everything I just listed is basically what every single pharaoh, before 2,000 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like every young pharaoh just getting pussy and partying all the time and then telling other people how they should live. And I'm pretty sure that's kind of Andrew Tate's thing. I'm not saying that what he's saying is wrong. I'm just saying like just the fact that he steps out to be heard to tell people how to live their lives is just kind of like, I mean, that's a bold move, man. Anyways, but he said something in that interview saying that men are okay. I think it was something along the lines where men are just like emotional now, especially Western world men are just like emotional bitches, and they cry every day. They feel sorry for themselves every day, and all that shit. And that's why they don't accomplish anything, because they're alone by themselves, and the Western culture kind of like promotes this being alone and promotes women to go and get jobs and be financially independent and all that stuff, which is great, awesome. You know, I'm not against that at all. I'm just saying, it seems like I guess it just kind of leaves regular single men like in a position that they haven't been in, you know, for fucking probably thousands of years. Normally men, you know what I mean? Like they're the breadwinners, you know, they're the head of the household, they're the protector, the security, the financial security, right? Emotional, physical, and financial protector, all these things. Normally the men held that title for fucking probably as long as we can remember. It's been a patriarch for fucking thousands of years in almost every civilization, except now. Now, I'm not saying it's becoming a matriarch. I'm just saying women now don't really need men. And they make that very obvious, right? Like they make their OnlyFans or they make their Instagrams that obviously make them all kinds of income, when men were really just big, dumb security. Really, that's all we've been for thousands of years, man. We provide food, shelter, and security, man. And now women are able to do that on their own. Why do they fucking need us? Well, now women are getting old and lonely and depressed too. So what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So like, who knows, man? I don't want to take political sides on patriarchy versus matriarchy, but I'm just saying that Andrew Tate's on to something where, yeah, men are more lonely now and emotionally kind of beat up. You know what I mean? And does it have to do with the patriarchy going away? Maybe. I mean, I don't know. But regardless, it just pissed me off when he said that too. One, because I'm not a fucking pussy piece of shit, right? Like most of the guys I spent the majority of some of the most badass times of my life with are not pussy pieces of shit, and they're all in pretty fucked up emotional states at this point in their life as well. What do you say to that, Mr. Andrew Tate? Like, what the fuck, bro? Combat veterans, bro, right? They cry on a daily basis. Mind you, this dude Andrew Tate says men shouldn't be crying at all. But I cry, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I fucking cry, bro. You know what I mean? And I cry every fucking day. What the fuck are you going to say to that, dog? Like, you rich ass motherfucker, bro. Like, what are you going to say, dude? You know what I'm saying? Like, you talk all this shit about how men shouldn't cry and men should be men and all this shit, blah, blah, blah. Motherfucker, how many doors have you kicked in, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, how many times you been shot at, bro? For your country, Romania, or wherever the fuck you're from. America and Great Britain, you claim too, bro. Like, how many times have you joined their forces to go kick doors in? Don't tell people they shouldn't cry every day, bro. If anything, it's helped me mentally to let shit out. So for you to get on a fucking platform like that, bro, and tell people that they're being bitches for crying, bro, like, fuck you, man. You're a piece of shit, dog. Shut the fuck up. Like, I mean, you know what? You made a lot of money talking, bro. Keep talking, man. I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna talk about dudes going, like, there's a lot of shit you say, man, that I almost agree with you, dude. But like, I guess I don't know. He's obviously never gonna see this. I'm talking to him out of frustration, I guess. But it just seems like, man, you blanket kind of blanket this term of pussy and just weak men, but we are not all weak men, bro. Like, we come from strong places, and we're fucking broken, dude. We're fucking broken, man. You know what I'm saying? And some of these things that you say are what weak men do are some of our coping mechanisms for getting through our broken minds, like crying, right? A really simple one, right? Letting your emotions out physically through fucking tears. You know what I mean? Through fucking tough breathing and shit, man. That crying shit, man, helps me get through emotions sometimes. So for you to say that's only what pussies do, you know what I'm saying? Only what pussies do, and weak men do that. They cry. It's like a slap in the face, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I've been trying to pull for you, bro, for the last couple of months. I haven't been talking about you on social media because you always bring controversy to anybody who talks about you. So I really didn't want to talk about you. But what you said on that Tucker Carlson interview, man, kind of pissed me off, bro. I'm sure there are weak men out there that cry and feel sorry for themselves every day. I'm sure there are. And there are probably more than there should be of those type of people. But when you blanket statement these people over everybody who cries and everybody who's weak, then you rope us in there too, bro. And I didn't like the way that fucking came off. So honestly, man, because you said that shit yesterday, kind of makes me feel like I want to give a big fat fuck you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Andrew Tate. You know what I'm saying? You're a prick, bro. Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to cry every day, bro. And I'm going to still consider myself a strong man as I cry every day. So if you got an issue with that, with me waking up in the morning, crying and letting emotions out sometimes, then, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know, honestly, how it's going to affect your life if the world doesn't heed your suggestions, I guess, into becoming stronger, more capable men. I don't know how the fuck that's going to affect your life. The only thing I can think of is if you can't convince men that they're weak, then how are men going to go and pay you for your online program to become stronger? Oh, so it's part of your business model. You have to convince men they're weak in order for them to come to you to get stronger. Okay, so you don't really mean what you say. It's just a bunch of bullshit. You're a sales guy, a really good sales guy, basically. That's honestly, dude. Andrew Tate's just a good salesman. I didn't this TikTok or the TikTok, whatever the fuck this called, this goddamn Treeline podcast wasn't supposed to be about Andrew Tate, but he said a blanket thing on Tucker Carlson that pissed me off this week. So I just thought I'd touch on that. A really good salesman, Andrew Tate. I've concluded he's just a great salesman, really good at sales. Pushes his fucking business really well. As long as you are convinced that you're a fucking loser piece of shit, he's got the answers. Go sign up for his online program and he will make you less of a loser piece of shit that cries all day because you're a broken man. So go give Andrew Tate your money, you fucking morons. All right, let's see here. That took only about 12 minutes to rant about fucking Andrew Tate's fucking shit-talking ass. Oh, yeah, we're trying new flavors today. Celsius Tropical Vibe. Tropical Vibes. Sparkling Starfruit Pineapple Edition. It's the good edition. Pineapples. Right side up, though. Right side up pineapples. Not upside down pineapples. Not the ones you find in these military wives' grocery carts at the commissary when their husbands are deployed. Not those kind of pineapples. No, sir. No, sir. The right side up pineapples. The kind of pineapples you can chop up and put on a fucking Hawaiian pizza. Those are the pineapples I'm talking about, are in this Celsius right here. Get yourself a Celsius with right side up pineapples. The flavor's Tropical Vibe. Get into the vibes. All right. Let's talk about real quick Maui. Yeah. I haven't heard much from the guy that stepped down a couple of weeks, or 2 weeks ago now. He hasn't really been making much presence on social media or the internet. Like I said, he went to an early retirement and he's just trying to hide. But once, the smoke clears, they're going to come for somebody. So they're coming for you, Adiana, whatever your name was. I'm not even going to really care to mention it because you done fucked up that day and nobody likes you. So let's move forward. Some other things happened this week, I thought. I missed out on some things. There was a cool podcast. Oh, man, the Sean Ryan podcast. He came out with a podcast this week with the owner of Skinwalker Ranch. That's cool, man, because Skinwalker Ranch is like the only place in the United States where the federal government has conducted investigations to figure out what the hell's going on at Skinwalker Ranch. Like, they don't know if it's like aliens, ghosts, interdimensional. They don't know. But they do know there's a crap load of freaking weird shit that goes on at Skinwalker Ranch. Check it out. Just Google it. It's worth the Google, man. Just Google Skinwalker Ranch and your mind will be blown. Skinwalker Ranch literally is the creepiest place in the United States. Check it out. The owner of that place has hired elite scientists, elite researchers, military background dudes, all types of people to investigate his ranch since he's bought it from Rob Bigelow, the prior owner, who had contract who had all kinds of contracts with the federal government, in which to this day there's still information about those contracts that are not out that people want to know about. So Rob Bigelow will take that shit to his grave. But he did sell the property to this new owner. I'm not sure what his name was, but you can check it out. He's like the latest episode of the Sean Ryan podcast. This dude owns the Skinwalker Ranch. Totally creepy place. Check it out, man. They got a bunch of, I think they got like 2 or 3 seasons of the Skinwalker Ranch because the owner ended up started making a docu-series for the show. But all the proceeds from that show, he says, goes to more research of the property. Because this dude's like a billionaire. Like he's a top-notch real estate mogul. Like he owns everything almost under the sun. He's one of those kind of guys. And just wanted to buy Skinwalker Ranch because you know how these rich people are. They're just collectors of things. I guess rich people do weird shit. Like they go into little submersibles and try to fucking swim to the Titanic because they're rich and they can afford to do it. Whether they live or die, that's not really, you know, something worth considering when you have all this kind of money. I guess. I don't know. If I had all that kind of money, man, I don't know how much my life would change. I would probably order from Amazon a lot more and leave my house a lot less. I feel like if I had the money and if I had the capability, dude, why would I leave my home and go among the other psychopaths out in the world, dude? Fuck that, man. Negative. Bro. And currently, I'm looking for a new job, man. If anybody knows anybody hiring in the Central Florida area, or more specifically Kissimmee area, let me know, man. Because I'm trying to get out of this telephone job because as much mental problems I already fucking have dealing with these negative assholes. And if you're calling, all right, if you're calling a pest service company and you're yelling at them on the phone, I just want you to understand that you're talking to a human being. A human being that doesn't know you or know your personal problems or know your personal problems with your pest exterminator. Just a regular guy is picking up the phone. And when you shit on him, you curse at him, you fucking tell him how much of a piece of shit he is. And then this dude gets off the phone with you, gets on the phone with the next guy, says the same shit. And you do this for 8 hours, 5 days a week. I'm looking for a new gig, man. I can't handle it. You guys that call pest service companies, you guys are fucking... I've lost so much respect for any customer of pest service. If I meet you in the real world and it comes up in conversation and you're like, yeah, man, I got a pest exterminator company. I'm on a customer service line with them all the time, man. They never come through all this stuff. I'm going to immediately know what kind of person you are and probably never hang out with you again. Instantly. And now I can't unsee that. I can't go to Walmart and put voices to faces as I walk by people. Like, this guy's an asshole. I can just imagine he's the guy that cursed me out yesterday morning. This lady's she's a prick because she's got that look that went with that voice that cursed me out last week. You know what I'm saying? So, like, negative, bro. I can't do it anymore. If you know someone hiring in the Central Florida area, let your boy know. I got to get out of this telephone job. It's a mental battle on top of the already fucking mental battles that I fucking deal with. So, yeah, man, looking for a gig, let me know. Willing to commute a little bit if I have to. Get out of the house, it might be good for me. I don't really want to be face-to-face with customers, man. I just trial and error since I got out of the Marine Corps. It's just not a good fit for me, man, face-to-face with customers. Dude, I could really bitch today, man. I got so much to bitch about. Fuck it. I'm a bitch. Fuck it. I got some time. How much time I got? I got a little bit of time. Yeah, man. I get frustrated, dude. And I get frustrated. And I put myself in this position. And most guys like me probably put themselves in this position. But I get frustrated, man, because I don't know a trade. Can I build simple things with wood and some simple uses of tools and things like that? Yeah, I can do that. Am I a carpenter? No. You know what I'm saying? Am I a plumber? No. A roofer? Nope. Electrician? Nope. Should I have gotten a trade instead of using my GI Bill for a fucking college degree? Of course. I should have fucking did that, right? So I'm in the position I'm in because of myself and not because of anybody else. So don't get it twisted. But I get frustrated sometimes, man, because I see guys younger than me and not always got out on the best terms. Sometimes got out of the military on not the best terms. Sometimes years before I got out, and they develop, trades, or they develop, whatever. They did all this great stuff years before I got out. So when I got out, I feel like I put all that time in the military, but like when I got out, I had nothing to show for it. And I was just kind of like, okay, well, the GI Bill is easy money. And, I'm a grown man with, at the time, a family, so I need to work, and a trade, unfortunately, trade's where the money is. And if you come from the infantry, the only trade you got is like security or be a police officer, things like that, and things I just didn't want to do. When I got out of the infantry, I was just like, fuck it, dude. Honestly, I haven't lifted a weapon. Well, I mean, I got blades and shit all over this house. I don't recommend breaking into this house by any means, but I'm saying, like, I haven't handled a firearm since I got out. Not because I'm against it or I don't want to. It's just that I kind of had this notion in my mind. I wasn't like a fucking gunslinger before I joined the Marine Corps. I wasn't really into hunting. I've hunted a couple times when I was a kid. I was into fishing a little bit. My brother's super into fishing, but I wasn't really into that whole thing. So when I got out, I was just kind of like, okay, well, when I got in, I picked up the GAT piece to do things the infantry does. And when I got out, the infantry was over. So I was like, okay, that's it. I put the GAT piece down. I didn't expect to pick up the GAT piece again. So I didn't. I haven't. But that's like really the only trade that I'm a professional at, is running around with a GAT piece and kicking doors in. And honestly, as much as I loved it back in the day, it's just like, I don't want to be a police officer now. Obviously, being a Marine was just different. You come home, everybody loves you. You know what I mean? Being a police officer, everybody fucking hates you. That's just not the lifestyle I want to live. Either way, so I kind of feel a little jaded, but I'm bitching, obviously, because a lot of it's my own fault. But I feel a little jaded because, like, I don't have a trade like that to make any kind of like real money. So I work a shit job, and then the VA helps me on the back end. So we're good there. I'm getting by. I'm just saying, like, it pisses me off that, like, it doesn't piss me off. I'm happy for my buddies and stuff, but like, it's just kind of aggravating a little bit how, like, you can get so far ahead in the military, and I got in trouble in the military, so I've had to, like, I've fallen back, and I've had to choke back up and get back up to where I was. I've done that before. So I put a lot of work into the military, but then when you get out, it's like you're nothing. You're starting over from scratch. But all the guys that got out before you that didn't put all that work in the military, put all that work and effort that you were putting in the military, your second half of the military, they put all that work and effort into the civilian world. So by the time you get out, they got a couple of houses, they got a couple of vehicles, a couple kids. They're not in any financial hardship. But you, who put all the fucking work in, you know what I'm saying? You get out and you get out right into a fucking pandemic, mind you, right? You get out right into the pandemic, which isn't the best thing to get out of the military into because it's not real world. You're just stuck in your house. And then the job you were able to get, put you on a furlough. So you're stuck in your house even longer now. So, like, getting out of the military in 2018 was just not the best time to get out of the military for a good start into the civilian world. And then when you do get into that civilian world, it's just like you're just already so far behind all these younger cats that has that jump ahead of you before you get out of the Marine Corps. But listen to me. This is decisions I made. I decided to join the Marine Corps. I decided to re-enlist. And then I got in trouble, right? And then I choked back up and got back, got mine back. And then I ended up, getting out for, reasons in which some of you know, some of you don't. But regardless, it's just like you go into the civilian world and you're already 10 steps behind. You're guaranteed that spot 10 steps behind everybody else. That's the spot you're guaranteed. Nothing else. Unless you do like 20 or 25 years. And then I see a lot of these cats, like, they'll go out and work for, I don't want to name names of companies or people because I don't want to specifically identify anybody, but you see them go working for these huge contract companies, military contract companies, making all kinds of money. And they just walked out from 20, 25 years of honestly basically running shit type of positions in the Marine Corps or military. I'm sure other branches are the same. And then now they're just like already 10 steps ahead of everybody else. And they just got out. But most cats like me, you get out, guaranteed 10 steps behind everybody else. Guaranteed. Bro. And don't let me get into like perfectly abled young men who's never deployed walking around at 100% disability right now as we speak, walking the streets, 100% disability. But guys, dude, I'm just bitching. Again, this is my soapbox, all right? But there's other cats, hardworking cats, not even just me, harder working than me, that beat themselves up for years walking around like 40, 30% disability. I'm just, not me. I'm higher than that. But I'm saying like there are cats out there with 30, 40%. Some cats don't even have a disability rating, and they've been through more shit than some of the cats out there walking around with 100% disability. Who the fuck is in charge of that? Needs to get a fucking stern talking to or needs to be replaced. But anyways, that's just me on my soapbox today. We talked about a few things. Andrew Tate obviously doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. You're not a weak man, all right? You're not a bitch if you need to cry. Fucking do it, man. I think you're a weak man to hide behind your tears, bro. If you suck them in and just hide, you hide all those emotions, that's what weak men do. I'm not going to cry on camera for you, but I guarantee you, I cry, motherfuckers. I cry. Andrew Tate's full of shit. All right, moving forward. We talked about Celsius, this upright fucking pineapple. Get some Celsius. And then also we talked about just my soapbox, and I was bitching about how when you get out of the Marine Corps, you're guaranteed to be 10 steps behind everybody else, and it's on you to get to that same level as everybody else, regardless of how long you spent in the Marine Corps or the military. It's on you to, one, understand you're starting at the back of the line when you get out, and two, to understand that it's on you to get to the front of the line if that's where you want to be. And it's like starting all over again. That's right. When you joined the Marine Corps or the military, you were boot and you were starting fresh. And that's basically when you get out the Marine Corps or the military, you're starting fresh. But yeah, I bitched. That was my soapbox. Remember, like, follow, subscribe. Sorry, it's been a couple of days. I'm probably not going to do it every day this week. I don't know. I'm just feeling a certain type of way, but I'm going to keep making content for you guys. I love you guys. Keep it real. I'm going to go do some fun stuff today. It's Saturday. I'm going to get the fuck out the house, get the fuck out my head, and I suggest you guys do the same. If you don't have shit to do today, get the fuck out of your house, get the fuck out of your head, and like, follow, subscribe. Like, follow, subscribe to the Treeline Podcast. Please tell your friends so that your friends can like, follow, subscribe to the Treeline Podcast. I love you guys. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. And I'm out.